Hello and welcome back to part 5 of What Your Teacher Prep Program Didn't Tell You. My name is Jaleesa Jones. I'm an instructional specialist with the Office of Professional Development for East Baton Rouge Parish Schools. So we're going to go ahead and get started and dive right into our topic. Today's topic is timeless in my opinion. Whether you're a veteran teacher or a newbie, this topic will always be relevant. Time Management 101. All right, so why is this important? One of the things that I hear most from new teachers, especially the ones I've worked with so far, is I don't have enough time. I cannot manage the time within my day, and I'm spending 8 to 10 hours on the weekend grading work. I'm staying after school 2 hours every day to get things done. So today I want to give you 5 strategies that are research-based and proven to help with your time management. If you look at these things and you evaluate these things and make them applicable to your day, I promise you it's going to make an impact. So let's go ahead and dive right in with number 1, creating a weekly calendar. Whether electronic or paper, everyone needs a calendar. There is no way you can remember everything you're supposed to do every day. I have a calendar for personal life, I have a calendar for professional life, and I have a calendar for my kids who are involved in different activities, and I have to keep them on track. If you have a 10-year-old and a 3-year-old, you know there are always birthday parties. There's always karate. There's always soccer. I want to play baseball. There's always something going on. So on top of being a mom, I have to manage my professional life as well. So I keep an electronic calendar through Outlook, and I keep my handy dandy calendar right here that I use all the time for work and for personal. So as you see here, each day is broken down. So I have the day, I have a schedule for every day, I have the top 3 things to do, it gives me a little inspirational quote, it gives me a to-do list, and it has a notes section. It tells me tonight what I need to do and gratitude, what I'm grateful for. This calendar is an 18-month calendar. I put sticky notes in it if I need to, and make a list of anything. I have everything within my calendar, but if I did not have it, guys, I would be so lost. So within my calendar, in this calendar I got for $4.99 at Ross. I am a Ross-aholic, and I got it for $5 at Ross. You can't beat that. All right, it has everything in it, and I went to Ross the other day because again I am a Ross-aholic. Thursday night, and they had so many at the one in Denham Springs. So if you want to go over there and get you a calendar, go ahead and grab one. They are never any more than $10, and it has everything in it. So that I have that calendar, and I'm able to keep up with deadlines. I have reminders, I have birthdays, I have holidays. All of that needs to be included within your calendar. Student birthdays, sometimes you'll be the first person to tell a child happy birthday. That will impact your relationship with that child significantly. I have teacher birthdays on my wall. I have a list of birthdays too, because that's important to me. I want to be able to celebrate people on their day. So something as small as that needs to be on your calendar. You need to have a to-do list daily. A to-do list will allow you to be able to keep up with everything you need to do on that day. Prioritize it, put your level of importance, see what can be moved to the next day if you don't get everything done. Create a system to where it works for you and you're able to effectively manage your time daily. Now, I have a system within my notebook, and if I put an X beside it, I didn't get it done. If I put a check beside it, I got it done. That's my system. It works for me. I know everything. Every time I see something, I need to move that to the next day. All right, so having a daily to-do list helps manage your priorities for each day, and it'll help keep you on track as well. Next, use a daily teaching format. This week, I'll be doing a live session on a daily teaching format this Wednesday from 2:30 to 3:30. If you can make it, great. If not, when it's over, I'll post a link to my YouTube page, so you can expect that by Friday to be on my YouTube page and my website on a daily teaching format. The format I'm going to go over, it's going to say what you need to do daily, whether that's starting off with the bell ringer, going over the exit ticket from the day prior to assess, gaps in knowledge, and then going into the next lesson, doing those formative assessments and those check-ins as you teach, going into a small group or whole group or whatever works for you, and then assessing those students and using that data to see where they are. Creating a format for your daily teaching schedule, for test days, for quiz days, it gives kids structure. That structure is something that kids love. They may act like they want to do things anyway and blow in the wind. However, when it comes to education, you're going to get the most of your students by having a structured plan for them. So be strategic. When you're teaching, be strategic. When you're planning, be strategic in everything you're doing, and that is going to help manage your time as well. Number 2, rethink your homework policy. So I have 4 questions for you. Ask yourself, are these assignments necessary? Am I seeing an increase in student knowledge? How much time are students spending on my assignments? And am I assigning work that can be completed in class? Remember, this is another grading cycle for you. If you're giving out homework assignments and you're not seeing an increase in student knowledge, your homework assignments aren't really helping those children. If you're giving out assignments and kids are telling you, I went to bed at 11 o'clock at night because I spent 3 hours on your math assignment. I didn't understand what you taught in class, and then I spent all this time on math assignment and I didn't understand it either. That's something that you should have did in class. That's a reteaching opportunity. That's something you should have assessed in your formative assessment or your check-ins with your students. So ask yourself that. Could it be completed in class? Is this something you can give for independent work if you plan and use a daily format? Or are you giving it to them because you're running out of time? When you ask yourself these questions, you'll be able to know if you truly need to rethink your homework policy. Number 3, arrive 30 minutes early every day. Now, I already know the faces I'm getting on this one. Like, what'd you say, Jones? Yes, this will help you prepare and find a zen space before your day starts. It also helps you get through those administrative tasks, checking emails, making copies, clocking in, and you have time to grab yourself a cup of coffee while you're doing that. You have a time to, rub on some essential oils and get your diffuser going, since we can't light candles. You have time to put some music on and truly get in a space where you're prepared for your students to enter your classroom. When you allow that 30 minutes in the morning, it doesn't seem like a lot, but it really is. You can put materials on the desk. You can go over your lesson for the day, kind of, go through, make sure your slides are up, make sure your Promethean board is acting right, make sure your projector is on, whatever you have in your classroom, whatever you're using to teach your kids, make sure that those devices are working properly. All right, you have that time. If somebody didn't plug in your Chromebook cart the night before, or a janitor unplugged it accidentally, that has happened to me. You come and you're like, wait, my Chromebooks aren't charging. You have time to plug it in. It's not a lot of juice, but you did give it a little more juice than it had. So you have that extra 30 minutes to be able to do that in the morning. And let me just stress this. This is not a time for you to meet with students. This is not intervention. This is not remediation. This is your time. This is the time you need to prepare yourself for the day, because we all know once our day begins, we don't have time throughout the day to really come back and figure out what's going on or check emails and, go through the PowerPoint and start it over. You don't have time for that. So this allows you time to handle all of the tasks that you may not have handled at the end of the day prior, or just to get your day started. Number 4, maximize your planning period. Guys, I was talking to a teacher last week and she was telling me, Miss Jones, I don't have enough time. I'm taking 2 hours every day to stay after school, to grade papers. I just don't have enough time. I said, well, what are you doing during your planning period? Oh, I'm running errands. I'm, taking care of things for my mom. I'm doing this. No. Your planning period is not your off period. Your planning period is set aside for you to do instructional planning. Grade those papers. Look over those formative assessments. Restructure your lesson if necessary. Revisit your lesson plans and make changes. Attend PLCs to brainstorm and strategize with your team. Guys, that time is set aside for you to be able to do everything you need during the day. Not when you're off, not cutting into your weekend. Now, you may have a day that you say, I need to focus on running errands this day in my planning period. If your principal allows you to leave campus to run errands, that's between you and your principal. However, it should not be a practice that we're seeing, or you're, attending a virtual session that someone gave to you, and you're doing so many other things during your planning time. It should be used for you to be able to prepare instructionally. It should be used for you to do everything you need. Maximize that time. If you want to take a day to say, me and my team members, me and my co-teachers are going to do lesson plans on this day, that's fine. That's what you're supposed to do. It may be one day out of the week that you guys are planning. It may be in your PLCs that you're planning, depending on how your school has them set up. It's up to you. And if your school doesn't have effective PLCs to where you have time to collaborate with your team, contact the Office of Professional Development. We'll be happy to come out to your schools and show you how to run an effective PLC to where you are learning and you are working collaboratively with those around you. So maximize your planning time, review data, do all of those things during the school day. Number 5, use technology and resources. I cannot tell you the amount of people who do not know all of the resources and all of the great things that EBR has for their teachers. So we have so many different applications that you can use through clever.com, and I'm going to show you those in a second. But we also have Nearpod. Guys, Nearpod has all of the lessons, Tier 1 aligned. They have them from LDOE, Scope and Sequence, already ready to go for you, thanks to the EBR technology integration and the curriculum and instruction team. Use those resources. Use them to help you teach your lessons. You may be struggling with something. They have a lot of great resources for you. Those of you using Eureka Math, they have videos for you. All right? They have them already aligned to the scope and sequence based on the lessons. You can YouTube some of the videos. So make sure that you're utilizing the tech resources to help your students and to be able to give them the best education that they can get. We also have Jamboard, which is a Google app. I love it for formative assessment and discussion, especially with us being in this virtual hybrid face-to-face world that all of us are new to. This is a great tool. And Edpuzzle, I'm Edpuzzle Coach certified, so I'm biased when it comes to Edpuzzle, but I love Edpuzzle. So you can take videos that were created on YouTube, and you can insert questions in quiz questions within it, and you can use that to grade students. It will grade the work for you, and it tracks student data. It gets no better than that. It also imports your students, so you don't have to go one by one. It imports it straight from your Google Classroom. So being able to use a resource like that, amazing. You can also create the videos yourself, or you can use the ones that Edpuzzle or YouTube have for you. If you want a video that you found on YouTube and you don't see it on Edpuzzle, there's a link for that. You can go to youtube.com and you can click on there to create an Edpuzzle. It'll do it for you. So I may show you that in a second, but let me show you clever.com first. So clever.com is available through the district. You can log in as a student, so your students can use this, and you are going to log in, or I'm going to log in as teacher or staff. So I'm going to click here. It already has my EBR logged in, so it just pulls up my dashboard, and I'm able to look through all of the resources the EBR has available. First, here's the EBR curriculum documents. I want to show you that because it has the scope and sequence, as well as 4x4 schedule and 2x8 schedule, depending on what schedule your school is on for those in middle school and high school. It has it on here with the LDOE scope and sequence as well. It also we have Edpuzzle here, which is another one of my favorites. These are all my favorites up here, as you see at the top. Google Classroom, Google Meet, My Perspectives for those that are using it for ELN, Khan Academy for the kids. All of this is available through Clever. So the district has already purchased these tools, and you can use them according to content area, as you see, math, fine arts, science, social studies, all of that, or you can do it by topic, STEM resources, technology, virtual learning, all of it. So you can just scroll through here through clever.com, and again, this is all available to you through the district's website. So just take some time, go through it, see what you need, and pull that out. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Edpuzzle because it's one of my favorites, and I just want to show you how to use Edpuzzle really quickly. So you're going to go here, and my content automatically pops up because again, I'm logged in. It has on here the videos that I've created, and it has on here East Baton Rouge, so you can see all of the ones created for EBR. You can categorize it. Right now I have 9th grade, I can clear it. I can clear this one as well, and it's going to show me everything that is created by anybody in East Baton Rouge schools. I can also go to curriculum, and I can find curriculum based on whatever content area I want. So I went to high school, and I'm able to click here, and I'm going to go to social studies geography, and it's going to show, I'm going to go to human geography, and it's going to show me videos on agriculture. If I go back, it shows me populations, all of that. So you're able to find it here through Clever. If you look here, you're going to see that it has a little bubble. That tells you how many questions or notes are already created. Now you can go in and create your own, of course. You can go in and edit them. All you have to do is click on it, say copy. It made me a copy. All right. So it's copied to my content. And now if I go to my content, boom, there it is. And I can also go in and edit it where I can change things. I can go delete some of the questions, add questions, whatever I want to do. I have that available now. So that's just that resource. I'm going to, I said I was going to show you another one. Let me show you. Oh no, that's Edpuzzle. All right, so I did show you that one. And Nearpod, of course, everyone should know how to access Nearpod. So I'm going to go to nearpod.com. So I'm going to go to nearpod.com, and I'm going to be able to look at Nearpod if my internet pulls up. Maybe not. Okay. No internet. Okay. Well, it's not pulling up, so. But if you were able to go, and there's another hack. So if that happens in class, you should have some type of backup assignment for them. So I'm going to move on, since I already showed you that one, and keep going. So the big concept here, the better time manager you are, the more in control you feel and become. The more you are able to manage the things in your classroom, and the more you're able to actually create a structure in your classroom, the more you'll feel like you have some type of control. You won't feel overwhelmed. You'll feel like you have some zen space. Now, some days are going to be overwhelming. Pep rally days when your time is cut. You know, days when you have a drill and you didn't expect it. Those type of days, we can't plan for that. But the things we can plan for, we need to plan for, guys. It makes our lives easier, which in turn makes the students' lives easier while they're with us. So let's review some big concepts. We always have a weekly agenda. This will allow you to keep up with your week and your daily to-do list. Rethink your homework policy. Ask yourself those questions. Look at the data from homework. See if it's actually helping your students. Make adjustments as necessary. Arrive 30 minutes early to be able to start your day and find your zen space. Use technology resources. This is huge when you're wanting to track student data, when you're wanting to engage students. These are some great resources. Clever.com is the site. And maximize your planning period. This is not an off period. This is time for you to really hone in on instruction and plan for instruction. So you are the master. You know your content. You know your students. These are tips that are research-based to help you as a new teacher or help you as a veteran teacher. But make sure you make it your own. I can't help you make it your own. You have to make it your own based on your kids. As always, thank you for attending. I am here if you need me. My name is Jaleesa Jones. My email is jhooker@ebrschools.org. And you can join my Google Classroom to get updates and also subscribe to my YouTube channel to see when I'm uploading new videos. So I'll see you guys again soon, probably within the next 2 weeks. We'll see how things go. Thank you, and I'll see you again right here.